very strictly controlled category, one make category, so they are quite mild in tune. Would that be fair to say, in the engine-wise?
Yeah, they're very mild. They're basically a 6-cylinder 202. They run a standard type crankshaft and conrod.
Down into turn one for the first time. Let's hope those conrods stay in one piece as they head into turn one.
Yep, you've got Andrew Magilton on the inside there and Raji's on the outside. Yeah. So young Andrew Magilton's leading them down there into the turn.
Raj is in 33, Becker's
yeah.
in 90. Magilton leads them into turn 3.
Yes, and Raji's in second. You've got Ryan Woods in the 27 car and Perry Becker's in the yellow one in fourth.
Very hard to make a breakaway in this class with being so strictly controlled. So you really have to keep the lines nice and tidy, keep up that corner speed.
Yeah, look, a lot of it is to do with just the driving, and because everyone is on the same tyre package and suspension, brakes are all, everyone's got the same. So it's just, a little bit of luck. And
sideways there.
Andrew McLeod.
The 82 machine getting very sideways.
Yep.
Bit of hooning, no doubt, but didn't plan on it. So Magilton's still in front of Rogers.
At this stage he is. Rod's sort of closed the gap there a little bit, and they've kept the third place Ryan Woods a little bit there. So Rod will probably generally take 2 or 3 laps to sort of get his eye in, and then he will be the one to watch, I think. But Andrew Magilton, he certainly won't give it up easy. He went to the Nationals in Darwin 5 or 6 weeks ago, and he qualified in the top 3 or 4 on the grid from memory, but unfortunately the final didn't go his way, so which was unfortunate. But Magilton leads them still here now, coming up the hill to Raji's. Ryan Woods has closed up a little bit there on him. And then you've got Perry Becker's in 4th. Glenn McDonald in 5th, Ray Jardine in 6th.
We have an incident between Healy
and Eric Hill here out the front of the commentary box at the moment. So
that's happened just on the exit of the S's.
Yeah.
Healy looks like he's bogged against the old infield pit fence there, the very wet grass.
Yep. So I would think that would probably bring a safety car out to us. He's not going to get out of there, I don't think.
Yeah, frustrating for Healy because he's not far away from the racing service, but very wet.
The problem is they're running a single wheel diff in them, and they don't go too far in the mud. Yep.
So we're about to see a replay of the Healy and Hill incident here. Yeah, just hit that puddle on the outside of the S's there. Healy rotated the car, and unfortunately Hill was caught up in that incident.
Yep.
Not a lot of panel damage, fortunately, though.
No, which is good to see.
So Hill did a good job there of getting out of the throttle and not drilling the Healy machine.
He was very lucky, actually, to get out of that, to be honest, yes.
So safety car has been dispatched, as you mentioned, Ian.
Yep.
Just waiting to pick up our race leader, Andrew Magilton.
Which he has the fastest lap at this stage of a 1:49.24.
You mentioned the diff in these cars, so no locker diffs, no LSDs?
No, they're you can run a 10-bolt Salisbury diff or a Banjo diff centre, all 3.55 ratio, single wheel, on a controlled Kenda tyre, which is a road tyre buffed down.
A treaded tyre?
Treaded tyre buffed down, yes.
There's that replay with Healy dropping the outside wheels onto the big puddle on the exit of the S's. Rotated the car in front of Hill.
Yeah, I don't think actually Eric sort of hit him there, to be honest. I think he might have just missed him if all went well. So they've got the Healy car now out of the mud and spinning back around.
So Healy will live to fight another day.
Yep.
How much grip do these tyres give in the wet?
Well, most of the guys this morning went out on their, because we can run what they call a wet tyre, which is an unbuffed tyre.
Yep.
Most of them, went out this morning on a dry tyre in the wet. So, look,
it's about the only choice you have in the tyres.
That's the only
versus unbuffed. Ian.
That's all you've got. Yes. Yep. Nothing else.
No fancy compounds, no fancy sidewall colours.
No, they've got to have the Kenda HQ Racing marked on the side walls of them. They're an approved tyre made for our category. They've been on them for several years now. They previously were on other brands, but they're just a 14-inch diameter tyre.
Steel wheels, are they? Or you run
no, alloy wheels on them. Your maximum 8-inch wide width rim. So yeah, in the wets, most of the guys will run a 7-inch type rim, 7-inch wide with the tyre on it, just to try and help pull the wall in to open the tread up a little bit. But we don't use our wets very often now.
So getting ready for a restart, lights are out. That's the thing with wets, whether they be a buff tyre or unbuffed tyre. You carry wets around and you never end up using them. And the meeting that you don't take them to, that's when you need them. Yeah,
well, I was talking to some of the boys down there this morning, and some of their wets are 5-year-old and they've never used them.
There we go.
So we're back racing again now, and 3 laps completed of the 7 schedule.
So Midgelton leads Raji's and Wood in the restart. Bit of tyre rubbing there for the Healy machine there in that incident.
Ray Jardine's having a go at Glenn McDonald through the S's there, with Andrew McLeod in there as well. So the 3 of them will go down into the turn 4 there.
Jardine running the HQ Extra colours. Number 8.
Yep, yeah, that's right. And Andrew McLeod's in the red and white 82 car. The McLeod Steel Fabrications car, his own business. So we got Glenn McDonald's still out there in 5th place, with Ray and Andrew McLeod behind him in 7th.
You can hear the squeal of the tyres. As Ian said, a treaded road tyre, so all sorts of squealing going on.
Which is good. It's obviously telling it's starting to dry out a little bit out there. Looking at the times, Andrew Midgelton's now quickest with a 1:49.2, so the times have come down at 2 or 3 seconds a lap, yeah.
Gearbox in these cars, Ian?
3-speed, all synchro, Holden original gearbox.
Do they run a Spec-O floor shift on this?
You can convert them to a floor shift. There is still 1 or 2 cars run around with the column shift in them.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah.
Phil Barrow style on the Humpy Holden.
Yes.
Oh, well, it's closer to the steering wheel, isn't it?
Well, it is. But the old Spec-O shifters, they're getting a little bit of wear in them now, and you have a lot of problems between first and second jamming and stuff like that, but keep the maintenance up, they're pretty good.
Good battle here between the 82 and the 87, so McLeod and McDonald getting into it, Ian.
Yeah, well, Andrew McLeod has passed Glenn McDonald there now, so Ray Jardine is right on his tail. Steve Banks is coming in. They've got a new guy running in Andrew Williams' car this weekend. I believe it's his first run.
Graham Crawford, the number 68 machine, AW Automatics.
Yeah,
Andrew Williams, of course, now a Group N competitor in that very quick blue Tirana.
Beautiful little Tirana that he ran last weekend in Adelaide, actually, yeah.
And started out in HQ Holdens.
He did, yes. Ran for many years in the HQs, Andrew. Very good driver, and yeah, he's won a few club championships, I believe, and yeah.
So great to have Graham Crawford on board, the number 68 machine.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Graham. Yeah, this is his first weekend, so he's up there doing all right. He's in 8th position. So he's got Steve Banks, who's been around for 5 or 6 years now. Steve's generally a very quick competitor, so he's doing actually very well.
On screen, Richie's in the 53 machine, just in front of Buckley in the number 99 HQ. They're running in that battle for 10th. I won't say the battle for 10th and 11th. I don't know why commentators say that. No one's battling to be the position behind, are they?
Oh, well, no, I guess not, no. So, yeah, you got Ben Ritchie's in 10th. You got Andrew Lawton in 12th. Rat Ray in 13. Mick Magilton, which is Andrew's father, he's in 14th. So the son's sort of got it over dad a little bit at this stage. But this is Mick Magilton's first meeting back after having some surgery over the last couple of years with the crook shoulder. So, you know.
You'd need your shoulders to steer one of these things, wouldn't you, Ian?
Yeah, they're not the lightest things. There's no power steering or anything like that, you know.
And the HQ in its day was renowned for its ride, but not necessarily its handling.
Yeah, they're not really aerodynamic type cars, no. But, you know, for what they are, look, they are a great, fast, reliable car generally, you know.
So many years of development, and they really have turned into a very handy race machine. You wouldn't have thought when someone proposed, let's race a HQ. As I said, this is before the days of radial tune suspension. But all those years of development, starting off in Tasmania, they really are a very handy race car.
Yes, they are, yes. All right, we still got Andrew Magilton out in front with a 146.7. Raji's still in second with a 147.4. And young Ryan Woods with a 47.2.
Spin for Rattray in the 11 machine?
Yes. I'm not sure. I haven't met Rattray. I believe he may, not sure where he's from. He may be in New South Wales, I'm not sure.
Richards and Buckley still having that great battle on screen.
Yep, looks like Ben Ritchie's got the better of him there. Oops, but he has a sort of bit of a lose.
Buckley has a look up the inside of Ritchie's and takes over that 10th place with 1 lap to go for our race leader, car 14, Andrew Magilton.
Yeah.
They're broken away from our 4th place man, Beckers. So Raji's, Woods running 2nd and 3rd respectively.
Yep. Yeah, look, several years back there was talk of them trying a V8 in our HQ, in our series. But you know, you put more power and they go faster, and the brakes and tyres and stuff like that.
Just double your costs straight away, don't you?
Well, you do, and then, yeah, it is a budget class. It is a, you know, so you don't need to have a lot of money to go HQ racing, which is great, the great thing about them. So, you know, the average bloke that works on a wage can do it. So, yeah, you don't need to have a lot of money.
How long would a set of tyres last, Ian?
Look, you use probably 2 sets a year on average. If you don't flat spot them, of course, you know, you can tear up tyres quite easily. But, you know, there's like on the brakes, they are a standard type master cylinder and wheel cylinder setup, so there's nothing flash about them. 99% of the guys just use a Bendix Ultimate brake pad, which you buy over the counter type deal or through the club. So we got Andrew Magilton coming up to get the checkered flag here.
Takes the win.
Takes the win. He's actually gapped Rod Raji's there by a few car lengths, so I don't know what's happened there.
Woods takes home 3rd in front of Beckers, Ian.
Yes, Beckers. Andrew McLeod will be home in 5th. Ray Jardine in 6th. So Andrew Magilton did a 146.6 on lap 6. So obviously as the track dried out, he got a little bit faster and tyres come up the temp a lot nicer.
Banks got through into 7 on that last lap in front of McDonald. Crawford, the newbie, was at 9th, and Buckley rounded out the top 10.
10, yes. And then you got Ben Ritchie's in 11, Mick Magilton in 12, Eric in 13, Eric Hill, Ange Lawton 14, Michael Ling 15, Neil Rattray, and Wayne Healy in 17th.
Thank you very much to the sponsor for the HQ's first race, Coxey's Motorsport Spares. Gordon Cox is here at the track. Always great support of historic racing and state level racing here in Victoria, so thank you very much to Coxie's Motorsport Spares. He is online as well if you're watching at home on Blendline TV, and thank you very much to Tyre Power, the category sponsor for HQ's, Ian.
Yes, thank you very much to Gordon from Coxie's Motorsport and Tyre Power, our series sponsor for the year. They're always a great contributor to our class, and thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Coming up very shortly, the first race for Heritage Touring Cars, Group C and Group A.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
We all agree now is the right time to start making choices to support Aussie businesses, supporting Aussie families and communities. Well, from their humble beginnings in Melbourne nearly 100 years ago, Penrite now sit as a truly respected global lubricants brand across automotive and industry. And the best bit, it's still 100% owned by an Aussie family that employs Australians in Australian factories right here on Aussie dirt.